Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome! Hello to another Mindnight. We're gonna give Mindnight a go here. I like Mindnight, but there's a lot of game throwers. So hopefully there's no game throwers in this one. You do have that problem with free-to-play games, just generally speaking, but, you know. Do you guys like Mindnight? Let me know down below. I happen to like Mindnight. I'll accept night 1, just because I'm in it. It's kind of meta-ish. But also not picking night 1 is also something. Hi, die, sigh, bye, cry. Alright, Braytonics. Okay. Just picking words that rhyme with each other, I suppose. Alright, can we just Carl? Pick one, Carl. Carl? Just pick, accept, or refuse. I mean, Evan accepting this is like, you know, it's not a big deal. Carl, Evan, refuse. Well, I'll push this to Hammer. I don't mind pushing this to Hammer. If it's a weird Hammer, then we have a suspicion. But generally speaking, the person, you know, there's already hacker meta for so long as a hacker proposes it. So the dangerous part for hackers is not when a hacker proposes themselves with another hacker. The dangerous part is when a hacker proposes themselves with another hacker who doesn't know what the meta is. So surely calling for me is kind of like, I don't know, useless. It's not really adding anything. This is a weird one. Evan doesn't seem to want to be with Braytonics. Could be no reason for it, could be a reason for it, could just not know the meta, could know something we don't know, etc, etc, etc. I mean, I'm gonna refuse that one because I don't like that so much. I might not pick you just because you want me to pick you. Refuse here. And then we're gonna go into Hammer. So I'm gonna refuse this one, easy peasy. Surely Braytonics and Evan accepted that one. But Evan said I might not pick you just because of weird reasons. This is Hammer. Hammer, also very strange proposal for node 1. Have to accept. Agents must accept. Alright? That's how Hammer works, in case somebody doesn't know that. Although it's a strange one. They don't. It's Hammer. Don't be throwy. Braytonics. You know the rules as well as anybody else does. You have to accept. Carl, please. Thank you. Alright. So what do we know? Nothing yet, really. Surely me here in the same node, probably gonna get past. A very long node 1. Because people weren't voting. There could very easily be a hacker. But we don't know that. Now there's 2 hackers and there's 3 good guys. So this is a good mode for us. This many people is gonna be relatively helpful for us. Even getting 3 players that aren't hackers is not terrible. It's 4 players that the hard part is. I might do it twice. Alright, we can skip this phase, I think. I don't have any information. No new info yet. We can skip discussion. Move on, move on, move on. Braytonics is like kind of just talking nonsense. Just like a child, more or less, acting more like a child than anything, I would say. Why did you pass me, Shirley? Good question. Why didn't you pick yourself with Kurt? That's normal node 1 meta. So, I don't dislike this group, actually. I'm gonna refuse to get information, to get votes. Braytonic's just cursing. It's okay. It's alright, because I'm low level maybe. Yeah, surely might be. But the fact that Kurt, you know, the fact that, yeah, the fact that you pointed, are either throwing susp on Shirley, or that Shirley is new. Like, I think that either Shirley is new, and so she didn't know. Carl, please vote faster. That was a weird accept. Myself, Evan, and Kurt is kind of what I'm seeing here. This is 2, 3, 4. I'm refusing this. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm green. I don't know if I believe that at all. And Bray is just like a troll as far as I can tell. So it's hard to trust a troll because they add nothing to the conversation. Kurt accepting that one I don't have a problem with so much. Carl here pushing. Long game it will be. Yes, indeed. This one's shaping up to be a really long game. Especially if we get these votes so slow. Carl, myself, and whom? Because he's acting like a troll, so I want to know what other people think about Bray. Like, and Shirley also. I think that Shirley and Bray might actually know each other. Shirley accepting this makes me suspicious. I'm going to accept this because I don't really want Bray to have hammer. I don't know, it's random for me. That's silly. Agents must accept. Why didn't you pass? I don't like Shirley either, though. So I don't like Bray. Bray just being pretty... Shirley and Evan both refuse. Refusing on hammer is really strange. Shirley and Evan hackers. Can't be Carl. Well, it could be, but why would they refuse if they had hacker and node? I think Evan and Noah. I think Carl and Bray. Carl and Bray are who I'm thinking of right now. Could be Kurt. Could be Kurt. There's 4 people though that we need here in this one. Don't hack. You're just a troll, Bray, and because you're playing like this, no one can read you. And that's very frustrating. I mean, is it game throwing? I don't know quite if that's game throwing or not, or if it's a valid tactic, but you're really trying to not get joined. Carl and Bray. I think Brayden refuses so we can see the hackers, but maybe he's just a troll. That's my favorite group of people there. I don't like Carl. I don't think Shirley and Evan would have refused that last node if they were hackers. Carl pointing it out is why I don't like Carl. Probably thought Brett was throwing. That's crazy. Why would the hackers bring attention to themselves if they had a guy in the hack? Makes no sense. I'm accepting this. I like this one. This is my favorite one. Oh, I think it's either Carl or Kurt, and I think Bray. Could be Kurt, though. Kurt is not okay with that. Kurt, who do you like, then? I feel like Kurt's feeling pretty Asian-y. Definitely not Shirley. Why would she refuse a prop if she was a hacker in the prop? Like, that makes no sense, Kurt. Like, maybe she's playing in a way that makes no sense, but I'm refusing this wholeheartedly. I'm refusing this. I'm okay with Evan making it. She said everything she wasn't in. I think she's a nub. And doesn't understand Hammer. So, don't pass, Carl. Refusing. I'm refusing this. I'm giving this one to Evan. Could it be Kurt and Bray? Could be. I'm not even a big fan of Bray. Evan and Bray both were okay with that. That's a little bit suspicious. Evan has Hammer. Evan, I think, is the most on Hammer. All agents must accept, or it's a hacker win if Hammer doesn't pass. They may not know that. So Evan's got the Hammer here, and whatever Evan says is gonna go. You mean this one? When it says 4 out of 5. Accept. Agents must accept. Rip. And that might be the case. It might be the case. I think the Shirley actually is agent, to be honest with you. I think it's Kurt or Carl. So we're in a very bad situation here. 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Braytonics must be agent. How do you figure? Walk me through this. Like, he's a troll, but how do you know? Walk me through it. Walk me through it, man. If Braytonics and Shirley are both out and there's a hacker in this, he has to be agent. So what? Shirley and Braytonics are both out. One of them is. Either Shirley or Bray. Bray may be a troll who's throwing. But I kind of think Shirley is the less hackery of the two. So Kurt's right. If he was starting to refuse night 2. Saying nothing important. Important, not important. All game, but caps is throwing, in my opinion. This, like, seriously. If you're Agent Bray, shame on you. Like, seriously, if you're Agent, shame on you. Surely not accepting it is weird, though. I kind of feel like it's Kurt and Bray, or Kurt and Carl. I think Carl and Kurt are hackers. I kind of agree with that. Evan, who are your bad guys? I want to see who Evan's bad guys are. I want to know if I'm giving him the hammer or not. I can't get the hammer right now. If Braytonics is agent, then like, well, you guys let me know if you think this is like throwy, but I feel like it's throwy. Kurt, Noah, Carl. Is there any reasons for this? Kurt, you say either Shirley or Bray must be good, but put neither in your prop. Let's see votes. He might be just trying to get votes. Carl voted that one. Noah. Evan, who are your bad guys? You need to tell me who your bad guys are, Evan. I must know before prop. I need to know who your bad guys are, because I need to know if I'm passing or not. Because I don't want this to be declined and then giving it to Carl. And Carl's a hacker, I'm not sure who else. I also think Carl is hacker. And it's either Kurt or Bray. I do not trust you, Carl. Rather Evan over you. This is my last chance. If Evan is hacker, this is game over here. But I don't like Carl. I like Shirley. I think. Kurt I don't like as much. Bray I think is a troll. I think it might be Noah, Evan, Bray, and Kurt, and Carl and Shirley are the evils. Or I'm sorry. I think it might be Carl and Kurt both voted yes. I think it might be Noah. I think it might be me, Evans, Shirley, and Bray who are the good. This is Hammer. Must accept. Evan, use your guts. Either Shirley or Bray. One is, you know, okay. And if this goes through, it's possible that it's Kurt and Carl. And Shirley is Hack? Well, we'll see, won't we? If this goes through, I think it's Kurt and Carl. Woo! Okay, so I think it's Kurt and Carl are evils. Kurt was also in the node 2. It was Kurt, Shirley, Bray. But that means there was a double hack node 4. Or I'm sorry, node 3. So Shirley is 100% agent now. And in my mind, Carl is not. So last evil is either Kurt or Bray. I was in node 3, are you sure? Let's look at node 3. Carl was, and Kurt was. So node 3, Kurt was in. So was Carl. And proposed by Evan. I'm giving this to Evan if I can again. 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. I'm passing to Evan again. Let's get these votes, guys. So let's see, node 2, Braytonics proposed it with 1 hack. Where Bray and Kurt are both hackers. Refusing. I hope everybody does. Carl says refuse this though. I'm not sure about Kurt. I agree Carl is hacker. There is a world where Bray and Kurt are both hackers. So Carl, me, Evan, Shirley are good. If there was a hacker in the last node, we'd refuse. In the last node, hackers would have won. I think that's the right call. Hold on, let's think about it. I like Evan and Curly here. It has to be Evan and Shirley. Kurt, it can't be. At least really unlikely. That's all I know, but node 4 doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I'm refusing until the hammer. And giving the hammer to Evan. I think that this might be true. Carl, who do you not like? I want to see who they say they don't like. There is a world in which Evan and Shirley are both evil, I think. There is a world there, but there's no reason why they both wouldn't have hacked. It's just not very likely. I decline as well, but I agree. I think that Carl and Kurt, that's my guess. That's my lean. Carl, who don't you like? I'm not gonna know I'm in is reasonable. This is Kurt's proposal. Kurt, if Shirley and Evan were hackers, they would have double hacked node 4 and 1. So the question now is it between Braytonics and Carl for me. Like, it makes no sense, Kurt. What you're proposing makes no sense, so that's why it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because I don't think it's true. There's no reason why Evan and Shirley wouldn't have just double hacked and won the game instead of putting it up for, you know, another node. It doesn't make sense to me. Carl, you need a vote, dude. Kurt's way down on my list. Noah proposing. Evan, your hammer. Because I don't trust Carl with hammer. Kurt is my most hacker right now. Carl seems but Bray could be hacker with Kurt. If this guy passes, Evan, you either pass or we all accept here. If you pass, hammer goes to Shirley. Also, Carl seems very hacker now. Pass, Evan. We'll give to Shirley. Shirley, is this what you would propose? Yes. Accepting then. Carl and Kurt both refused. Did we get it? Or is it Bray? Carl. Very good plays, dude. There was a world in which Bray and Kurt were together, and they were together. So, bummer. Well played. Good game. GG though. I don't think the Carl played very what you call it though, very towny. And Bray with that kind of play, I don't even know. GG. I had a fun time. Hope you guys enjoyed as well. Peace out. Hurt him.